From the cracked streets of Tepito to the violent backrooms of cartel power, there is a saint unlike any other, Santa Muerte, the skeletal figure people call Holy Death. Her worship is growing fast, and not just in quiet shrines, but in places ruled by fear, crime, and blood. This is not a fairy tale. This is the real, unsettling story of how a death saint became a source of power for the desperate, the damned, and the dangerous. In the slums of Mexico City, in a grimy corner of Tepito, an ordinary house became a shrine when Enriqueta Dona Queta Romero unveiled the first public home altar to a life-size statue of the robed skeleton in 2001. Every November 1st, across many neighborhoods, candles are lit, offerings are laid, and voices whisper prayers to death herself. But Santa Muerte is not just for the pious or the lost. She walks in the underworld of crime. Cartel foot soldiers tattoo her image on their bodies and build altars for her in safe houses. For them, she is not just a saint. She is protection, a shield against bullets, a guarantee that death will favor her devotees. In prison cells, her presence is even more potent. Inmates pray to Santa Muerte for survival, for release, for vengeance. Some see her as justice incarnate, a figure who does not judge, she just is, and that makes her dangerous. Her roots go deep, not only in modern crime, but in ancient belief, with anthropologists tracing her lineage to Mictecacituatl, the Aztec goddess of the underworld. This mix of death, spirituality, and cultural memory made Santa Muerte powerful, especially to people who felt abandoned by society. Then came a dark chapter in Sonora, where a woman named Silvia Meraz Moreno led a sect that committed murders in Santa Muerte's name. Between 2009 and 2012, she sacrificed 3 people, including 2 10-year-old boys and a woman, claiming their blood would win her favor. Investigators found shrines and rituals, a chilling reminder of how extreme devotion can become real violence. High above street-level crime, cartel warlords also turned to her. In raids on cartel strongholds, authorities have found altars and statues of Santa Muerte decorated with money, liquor, and weapons. Gilberto Garcia Mina of the Gulf Cartel, for instance, maintained a secret chapel in his home devoted to her, asking for the power to rule. For groups like the Zetas, the cult is more than superstition. Scholars note that former members have stated the cartel used Santa Muerte veneration to justify brutal torture, beheadings, and ritual killings, claiming the violence made her power stronger. This violence is not always hidden. In Guanajuato, gunmen opened fire at a public altar during a celebration, killing a local cult leader known as La Madrina Cheo, another woman, and a young boy at the foot of Santa Muerte's statue. Behind this worship is a darker logic where death itself becomes a currency. Devotees pray for revenge, for protection, for power in a world where life is cheap and danger is constant. She bridges the spiritual and the violent, a saint who offers mercy but demands fear. Religion scholars argue that Santa Muerte is not just a narco-saint, but a matron saint of the drug war, revered by criminals, prisoners, and even those fighting the cartels. Her popularity is a symptom of a society where death is part of daily life. Her followers are diverse, ranging from devout believers who have never touched a gun to hardened gang members who see her as their only protector. The common thread is a belief that she sees you, in life and in death. In some rituals, people ask for spiritual favors like protection or healing, but in more sinister corners, that protection turns into a justification for violent acts, kidnappings, and murder, framed as offerings. This devotion comes at a price. The 2024 assassination of La Madrina Cheo made national headlines, raising chilling questions about whether she was killed for her faith or because her power had grown too dangerous. Her cult is both public and secret, with altars in homes, prisons, barrios, and hidden rooms, flickering with candles and covered in offerings of tequila, cigarettes, and rosaries. The Catholic Church does not accept her. She has no official recognition and is not a saint in the traditional sense. Yet, for many, she is more real and more present than any canonized figure. Her image is both comforting and terrifying. To the poor and marginalized, she offers hope. To criminals, she offers power. To the grieving, she offers a way to cope. In the cartel world, she is a spiritual contract. Gunmen swear loyalty, carry her cards, and wear her necklaces, believing she grants invisibility and success. Critics call her a death saint of the damned, but believers call her Nina Blanca, their closest confidant in a violent world. Many say that in praying to her, they are not courting evil, but asking for balance where death is a constant. Authorities have destroyed shrines and smashed statues, but her faith persists. Where fear thrives, so does the cult of Santa Muerte. For those who worship her, Holy Death is the ultimate protector and judge, a force that does not deny the reality of violence, but embraces it, understands it, and sometimes even demands sacrifice. And in that dangerous paradox, her power grows. Because in the underbelly of Mexico, death is not just an end. It is a force. It is a promise. It is a saint.